everybody, welcome! I'm Kurt, aka Vitruvian Gamer, and we're here with the new episode of the interactive playthrough of Robinson Crusoe, Adventures on the Cursed Island, 2nd edition. And we're at round 2 of the poachers scenario, in which we are trying to save 3 trapped animals. Now, we haven't rescued any one of them, because we need some more stuff first. We need to build cages and stuff like that. And well, let's go and let's take a look at the board, because I had some suggestions to what to do at this time. So let's go and see. And here we are, the board with the carpenter Karen and the soldier Tim. And well, I got some suggestions. Some were the same, some were a little bit more elaborate on what to do. And well, first of all, thank you for giving us some suggestions. We had suggestions from James from Paratut. I always mispronounce your name, Paratuturbo, and Christopher. And well, all of you agreed at least on building a shelter and on building the rope. So that's something we will definitely do. And also, what else did you all talk about? Exploring was something that came up twice, and cleaning camp as well twice. So I'm going to try to do it all. Now, it's a little bit risky, of course, because, well, if I'm going to do that much stuff, I cannot send 2 discs of anyone there to have a clean success. But I understand why you want to do it. Now, also, don't forget for the future this card here. But anyway, now let's go and check it out. So I had the idea of sending Friday to explore. So that's something we will do. We are going to send Friday up there. Now, the carpenter here, she would love to build the shelter. We would love to build the rope. Now, the problem with this risk that we are taking is that if we fail to build something, then we lose a round, and that's of course too bad. But I think still we are going to try and hope for the best. If we see on the dice here, there are, let me see, 2 fails and 4 successes. So let's hope for the best in our dice rolls for this. So I'm going to send the carpenter Karen to the clean camp spot here, because I would love to have her to have 2 determination tokens as well, for when it's needed. And I'm going to let her, let's see, she is going to make some rope. Then we have the soldier, and the soldier will definitely go and try to build a shelter. And I had one more thing that someone advised, I think it was Christopher, and he said to build the basket. Now, the basket, I'm still in doubt about that one, because it helps us with the gathering phase, which is already a hard thing to do. I'm not sure if we are going to harvest, especially if we have that rule of the game where if you explore, you get the goods it provides immediately in this scenario. So I'm thinking about going, being sure that this gets built, the shelter, so we can definitely sleep inside, because we don't want to take that many wounds before we lose some of our morale. So what are we going to do? Of course, I also don't want to disregard your ideas, Christopher, but I'm not sure if the basket is the way to go in this case, although it might help us, but I'm not sure. I'm still not sure if it's going to help us. So I think I'm going to... Let's make sure we build a shelter this time. So I'm going to make a shelter with the soldier, with Tim. Now, if we are going to build something that costs wood or something, we immediately put the resources on there, so we know it is in use. Now, if we fail, it goes back to us, of course. If we fail to build it, we don't use the materials. No, so these are the actions we will do, and we are going to do them in order again, of course. First we have this here that we skip this time. We are not going to hunt, but we are going to build. Now let's build the easy thing first, and that means we are going to build the shelter. So we take back our soldier tokens, we spend the 2 wood, and we turn around this token here. This is our camp token, and now we have a shelter, so we don't have to sleep outside anymore, which is pretty useful. All right, that's one thing that we built. Now we are going to try and build that important, very important rope that allows us to make very important stuff. But we are alone, so we need to roll them dice, and let's hope for the best now. So let's zoom in a little bit and let's roll. Oh my god, no. Okay, so we failed to build the rope. I knew this was going to happen. Oh, them dice hate me. Okay, so there's nothing I can do, right? Yeah. So we get a wound, which kind of sucks as well. So all bad things happen. We get a wound. We don't get an adventure, which is the only positive thing about what happens here. And as a compensation, we get more determined, and we get 2 of these tokens here. That's the symbol that's right on here on the die. Oh man, this kind of sucks big time because we really need that rope. But as it is, we failed. So this is a big setback for us, honestly. And let's hope it goes better next round. Okay, so next thing we do is gathering, and then we are exploring. So no gathering, but there is some exploring. Friday is going to explore. It means he's going to take the dice because he's all alone. And let's see what Friday does to help us. All right, so Friday, he takes 1 wound as well. He doesn't have that many hit points as we do, so he goes right over here. But he succeeds, so that means we are going to get a new tile over there. And let's see what we draw. It is a hills tile, which gives us first some wood and some food, which happens immediately. So let's put that all the way up there. Also, it allows us to cover up all the hill symbols on different inventions. So let's see, the drums are available, the bricks are available. Bricks give us more palisade, and the drums gives us more morale during the morale phase, which is pretty cool, of course, as well. And the pots, we can build a pot which allows us to spend 1 food that we have still left to heal a wound during the night phase. All right, what else? We have 1 discovery token, so let's draw 1 of those, and we draw healing herbs. So if we have the pot, we can also make the medicine, so that might be very helpful. And last but not least, on the tile we have our second totem. So let's place this already here. That means totem number 2. We are going to place the number 2 token here, so we can remember how far we advanced there. Now let's take a quick glance at the scenario, and we fell into a poacher's trap. We have to draw 1 and resolve 1 trap from the mystery deck, and additionally we get 1 wound. Now you get 1 wound. That means Friday gets a wound because he is the one exploring. And well, we draw cards from this deck here until we draw a trap. So this is a treasure, as you can see, so we don't resolve this one. Also a treasure, beasts, and a trap. Okay, poisonous spores. Get 1 wound if you don't have the medicine. Each player gets 1 wound in the night phase of this round. It sucks big time. So we place this card on the night phase spot, so we don't forget that. That means our guys and girls will again get wounds, which kind of sucks, of course. Oh man, things are already getting a little bit hard as they are, so that's not very good news. But anyhow, that was our exploration action. We went through and found a new camp, and it's not a bad one, so we can move over there during the night phase so we can explore more later. So that's that. So now let's go and let's see. Our next action is cleaning up camp, meaning Karen gets 2 determination tokens, which is pretty good. She has 4 now, that's useful, and we go up 1 on the top for morale. Let's see. All right, so now she has some tokens that she could use to re-roll brown dice, which is pretty useful. Now we couldn't do that this round because of the weakness we drew, so the first player could not use the special abilities. Oh, that was the soldier, so she would have been able to, but she didn't have the tokens to do so at that moment, sadly enough. Okay, all right, these were the actions again, so we take back all our tokens, and now we go to the next phase. We get back home from our expeditions and we bring all this stuff with us. So we take this one and put it in front of our characters, so don't forget we still have all these things here. So we have if we have the pot, we can make the medicine, we can use our machete to raise our weapon level, we can fight we can kill the goat in our camp to get 1 fur and 1 food, which might be very useful. And this one was a special one. This one was grab. It allows us to save 1 beast without fighting it. But we don't, well, yeah, that's it. So that's the grab action. Save 1 beast without fighting it. You have to declare using the grab before taking the saving action. The action with the grab requires to use 1 more pound. So we have to use 3 pounds to do it, but we cannot get hurt and stuff like that. So that's pretty useful, but it is costly in manpower. Okay, so what's next? Well, we're back in camp, pretty cool. Now we go to the weather phase. Now this round there's still no weather, so nothing happens here. And then sadly enough we go to the night phase, and well, let's see what we have to do. Again, in the night phase, first our characters must eat. We have to discard 1 food for each character, so we discard 2 of these bananas, so no wounds there. Then we decide if we are going to move camp or not. Well, I think the idea is to move camp. We're going to this spot over here. That means we still get food and wood in the resource phase, so that's pretty cool. Let's see, we have built a shelter so we don't suffer a wound for sleeping in the open sky, which is also awesome. But sadly enough, our perishable food, we still have 1 banana that's perishable, that also goes away sadly enough without it being used. Okay, but also night phase, don't forget we had some poison spores. Each of the players gets 1 wound in the night phase. That kinda sucks, but well, we have to live with it and hopefully we can survive. And that means that's the end of the round. Round 2 is over, so we go to round 3. Now, very important, at the end of round 3 we will get a roll with the animal die. So that's something that's going to happen in the weather phase. We might get attacked by an animal of strength 3. Well, we only have level 1 weapon, so maybe we want to raise the weapon force. We can lose 1 palisade. We don't have any palisade strength yet, so if we lose that one, we have to take wounds. We might have to lose some food because the animal attacking us eats some of our food. And well, if we're lucky, nothing happens. So we have to remember that. I'm going to put the die into the weather space to remind us that we have to roll that die. Okay, so that was the night phase and the start of the next round. And we begin with a new event. And this is the new event. A sleepless night. and it is insomnia. And again, it's a book symbol, so again we see traces of animal blood, and that means again that we have to lower our morale. We are going back to 0. Now, as long as we don't get below 0, I'm happy with it, although I would love to get more determination tokens. We have to put this kind of token on the build, gather, and explore actions. That means next time we use that action, and let's try to focus, next time we use that action, we have to re-roll the success result if we roll a success. Now we can go and rest, use one guy here to discard the card and get one determination token. And if this goes out of the board, we get pushed off, then we have to put a question mark in the explore action and a question mark in the gather action space. That means the next time we do that action, we always have to do an adventure, no matter if we roll a 1 or not. So this one gets pushed aside, and we have to take the tokens. Let me get them out of the box. So we need 3 of them because we needed to put it on each action. So that means this one, and this one gets all this symbol here, which is kind of might be painful, but we'll see. So this was the event phase. Now we go to the morale phase. We have morale 0, so our new starting player, which is Karen again this time, does not lose or gain determination tokens. This time all is okay. Third phase, resource phase. We are in a spot where we get wood and food. So that means we take them from our supply and put it in our own supply. All right, awesome. And that's it. Again, we are back at the action phase. It's back up to you, my good friends. What do you want us to do? So, just a reminder, what can we all do? We can do one of these things here. So this one will get pushed off the board. If we don't send one person there, then that round the first player cannot use their special abilities again. So might be, and I can remove these, by the way, this is not valid anymore. So that might be interesting. We might also do some rest a little bit to solve the insomnia and, well, avoid this happening. We could hunt, but we don't have that much weapon level, although we also already have surprisingly discovery, which can give us +3 weapon. But I think hunting is not that important. We have to save animals, but we need the rope to build the cages first. Yeah, we really have to do that. So that's the next thing we can do. We can build stuff. We might want to build. Let's go and check that out again. So let's zoom in again on all the items. So we might want to build a roof. Next round, in round 4, there will be rain or snow. We have to roll. Next round, in round 4, we'll have to roll the weather die and see how bad that goes. We might want to build a palisade because, well, we might get attacked by an animal and suffer damage to our palisade, and if we don't have a palisade, we might get wounded. We can raise our weapon level. It costs us 1 wood for each level we raise it. There we go. That's on the right here. So we're at 1 now, but we might need more if we want to hunt or defend ourselves against animal attacks during the night. And those are strength 3, as I already showed you. As you can see on the die, it's a strength 3 attack. And we can build all the other stuff as well. Now, I should have thought about this one. We should not forget our special items. We should have sent this brown worker. We should have used hammer and nails for the rope. We really should have done that. So remember this. We should use this next round. I think so. I'm not sure. Let me know, but I think I'm right. Also, what else did we have to do? I think we also, and I don't know how you feel about takesy backsies, but let's do this. I forgot we had the Bible. So the the carpenter did this, and let's just say she used one of the Bible. She read in the Bible while cleaning up camp, and that means she could heal 1 wound, and got one more determination token. I think that's okay to do for me. Well, if you really mind me doing this, let me know, then I'll change it back, but I'm not sure if you're going to do that a lot anymore, arranging camp. Okay, so these are the things we can build. We can build a medicine, but if maybe not that useful, because if we build a pot, we can build if we want, we can just get the medicine as well. So that might be interesting just to do like that. We can build a rope, which is probably the most important thing. We could build a knife, which doesn't use wood to build and also raises our weapon strength by 1. We can build bricks. It raises our palisade by 1. And also again, we don't have to use wood for that. We can build the shovel. At this moment, there's nothing that uses a shovel, but we can do it. We can do the basket. Let me know if you really want me to do so. Then we'll do it next time. Sorry, I didn't do it this time, Christopher. We can do the fire, which helps us also with the palisade. So we have some options for palisade. The pot, which helps us heal if we have too many food, because that happens already 2 or 3 times now this game, that we had too many food that goes away, and that with the pot we can use it better. Also the pot allows us to get the medicine for free. And that's it for now. Okay, so that's it. And also we can build cages, but we need the rope for it. Also for our fishing pole we need rope. Okay, folks. Oh, and before I forget, we also can build a snare to get more food production, but we need also some rope for that, or we can build a spear, which gives us many weapon skill, which might be interesting, but we need a knife to do so. So that's a lot to consider. I know. And well, that's the name of the game. It's all up to you to consider and to decide what we should do. So put every idea you have in the comments. Like every idea that you think is great. So the ideas with the most votes will be chosen. Views are pretty good of this playthrough. Only there are not that many suggestions yet, but please keep watching and give us suggestions or thumbs or heart or thumbs up, some the ones that you like the most. Okay, folks, that's it for now. That's it for this part of the playthrough of Robinson Crusoe. I thank you all for watching again, and I thank you all for, well, participating in this playthrough of Robinson Crusoe. I see you all pretty soon in the future. Feel free to thumbs up, feel free to subscribe, and feel free to be back in the next part. Bye bye.